They move without a sound, strike without warning, and vanish without a trace. These aren't Navy SEALs, they're not the SBS, and they're not French commandos. We're talking about the Danish Frogmen, the Frømandskorpset, one of Europe's most elite maritime special operations unit that you've probably never heard of until now. Today, we are diving into the shadows of the Scandinavian warfare. You'll learn what it takes to join this elite unit and how they operate, and when they quietly earning a reputation as some of the most lethal warriors in Europe. Welcome to the Ops, the Danish Frogmen Corps. After World War II, Europe was rebuilding and rearming. Denmark saw the need for a maritime special operations unit. In 1957, inspired by the British SBS and the Americans' underwater diving teams, the Danish Navy founded the Frømandskorpset, literally Frogmen Corps. Their mission: covert reconnaissance, sabotage, underwater demolition and counter-terrorism in a maritime environment. Around the Cold War era, they were doing surveillance and coastal defence in Danish waters. In the 1990s, this shifts to more international operations and missions. Post 9/11, they integrated into NATO operations and the global war on terror. They've deployed to some of the most harshest and dangerous environments in the world: Afghanistan, Iraq, Somalia for anti-piracy ops, Mali for counter-terrorist operations, and most recently they have apparently been involved in Ukraine support and a NATO presence in the Baltics. These are quiet professionals with a global reach. Selection and training: what does it take to be a Danish Frogman? Let's get one thing straight: becoming a Danish Frogman is like trying to pass SAS selection. With its freezing waters, you're swimming and holding your breath. What's the eligibility? You must be a serving member of the Danish military, normally the Danish Navy. All volunteers that attempt selection must undergo a brutal screening process. No civilians are allowed to apply as direct entry. The numbers: every year over 500 people apply and fewer than 10 actually pass and finish. That's less than 2%, making it one of the hardest selections in the world. Phase 1 then consists some of the most basic screening, okay? This could be your fitness tests, your 8-kilometer runs, swimming, cold water immersion. You've got push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, flutter kicks, and mental tests and underwater panic drills. You've got Hell Week, 5 to 7 days of no sleep. You've got timed swim in some of the freezing waters in and around Denmark. Live firing scenarios, drown proofing, sand drills, constant harassment. It's designed to break you. And if you're lucky enough to make it past that, you've got the skill set, the mindset. You go on to sort of advanced combat diving and reconnaissance, closed circuit rebreather diving, underwater navigation, demolitions, shipboarding, your halo and hey-ho parachute jumps, CQB, sniper training, and then moving on to small team tactics. And if you can survive all of that, you got your integration, okay? You're then issued the iconic Danish Frogman pin, a diving helmet flanked by 2 anchors. But once you pass all that, you're still on probation for over a year. No mistakes are tolerated. Specialised skills and capabilities. The Frogmen aren't just swimmers, they are multi-role specialists. Some of their core skills then: combat diving, such as rebreathers for a silent approach, amphibious assaults, shipboarding and maritime counter-terrorism, sniper operations, counter-piracy ops like you've seen off the coast of Somalia, reconnaissance, going deep behind enemy lines, gathering intelligence, and then you've got foreign internal defence, okay, training allied forces. You've got cold water operations in the North Atlantic and the Arctic Circle, operations within the Baltic Sea including mine clearance and sabotage, seamless integration with NATO Special Operations Forces, often working with DevGru, SBS and the Polish Grom. What sort of gear could we see or expect from the Danish Frogmen? You got the HK416 rifles, the Glock 17s, MP5 SDs for boarding, closed circuit dive systems, Zodiac boats, fast attack craft. You've got your night vision goggles, your thermal optics, suppressed weapons as well, and then your Arctic survival kits, your icebreaker equipment, working in the mountains. They also operate kayaks and diver propulsion devices for your stealth infiltration. Modern operations. Denmark might be a small nation, but its elite troops play on the global stage. You've had Operation Ocean Field, okay? You've had Operation Open Shield. You've had Operation Ocean Shield, anti-piracy missions off the coast of Somalia, intercepted multiple pirate vessels. Frogmen have boarded ships under fire, seized weapons and rescued hostages. They were in Afghanistan, high-risk direct action, reconnaissance missions, working alongside such as the UK and the USSF, targeting Taliban networks in Helmand and Kandahar. Then you've got Mali, joint operations with the French Special Forces, the Commandos, Marines, intelligence gathering and hostage rescue readiness. Possibly Ukraine, undisclosed missions. Possible confirmed naval support roles like training Ukrainian Marines and conducting sabotage planning. And then domestically, obviously your standard counter-terrorism roles. Regular drills to intercept threats on Danish ferries and ports. They could be part of Europe's maritime quick reaction force. Right, let's take a quick break there. If you want to operate like the Frogmen, you better fuel like one. combatreadyhq coffee is the only brew I trust with my workout, a shoot and a deep dive into history. And right now you can buy any bag and get 50% off our t-shirts, tumblers and patches. Link is in the description. Stay sharp, stay combat ready. Now let's get back to the mission. The brotherhood, the culture. There's something special about the Frogmen Corps, and it's not just their training, it's their mindset. You got their core values, discipline, silence, professionalism and that brotherhood. They're not just Instagram operators. You won't find them showing off in the public. But in fact, many live completely under the radar, even from their own neighbours. When they pass selection, they are told, from now on, you represent the silent strength of Denmark, the nation's shadow shield. It's not about the fame, it's about the mission. Frogmen versus other units. How do they stack up? You know, you could compare them to the US Navy SEALs. Maybe smaller teams, maybe a little bit more specialised. Specialising in cold water and Arctic superiority. Maybe a closer integration with EU. Then you can compare them to sort of the UK SBS. Maybe similar mission profiles with the maritime counter-terrorism. Very similar tough selection as well, with such a low percentage pass rate. I would say they're less known though. Maybe the Danish would say the Frogmen are the quiet cousin of the SBS. The world doesn't hear much about the Danish Frogmen, and I think that's exactly how they like it. They're not there for the spotlight, they are just there for the operations. They're there for Denmark, Europe, NATO, the silent professionals. If you like this video, then please do drop a like, make sure you leave a comment and do subscribe and turn notifications bell on. And do let us know what unit you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for watching.